Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lali and I'm here to guide you through the hard times of your life. And if you're not new here and you came back from my previous videos, then welcome back. For today, we're gonna talk about pretty much our emotions and our thoughts, or the way that we think. If you feel like you're getting lost in life, and if you feel like you are losing control over your life, over yourself, if you're having hard times believing that something good still exists, I'm here for you. And I will try my best to send this message of mine to you in the best way possible. And I hope in the end of this video, you will feel a little bit more better than you did in the beginning of the video. One more thing that I wanted to mention for today, I'm gonna be using also my notebook that I've had for quite a while now. And pretty much this notebook is something that has so much meaning for me. Here's the thing, I'm gonna be using this notebook to read out my favorite quotes and my thoughts to you, just to give you a great examples of how life can get better some way, somehow. Now let's start. As a teenager, I know how it feels to be lost. I know how it feels to not know what you want or what kind of path you want to choose in life. And everything while you're a teenager is connected to emotions. And as we know, as a teenager, all we feel is emotion. Yes, I've experienced that. I know how it feels, how terrible it feels. It feels like the end of the world sometimes. And you need the answers to so many questions, but you don't have the answers. And nobody does. Like, we sometimes have so many questions that we are very insecure to ask people about these questions, to kind of like get the answers from someone, and we sometimes are too shy to ask so many questions, so we just keep that all into ourselves and we lock them in our thoughts. Sometimes it is the other way. We ask people all of those questions that we have about life, about our thoughts, about anything, and we don't get the right answers, the answers that we were waiting for, or they just don't have the answers at all. And it kind of like when you ask someone about these type of deep questions and they don't have the answers for you, you feel even worse that you got the question that no one relates to. And that is even worse feeling. That feels even worse. I've been there. But I can truly assure you that life did got better for me in so many ways. I got answers to my pretty much top questions that I had in life. The only thing that I needed from this life is to be patient with what I was doing, with what I was asking for. And the answers kind of like floated in on its own without me kind of like trying so hard to figure out what it was. First lesson that I will give you is to be patient with yourself, with your thoughts, with your mind. We might think that doing something in a short time will give us a great results in such a short time, but it doesn't always work that way. People create arts and paintings within years, and people create paintings, they create books, they create poems, and it takes them years to achieve that. It takes them years to complete one piece of art, and you expect yourself to do even a simple task within like an hour, a day? No, that is not how it works. If you find a place in your heart to give yourself the opportunity of time and give yourself a freedom to work in space and give yourself and mind a freedom to complete something when it should be completed, then you will complete your tasks even more easily and with better results than you would have ever imagined. The universe will send you messages. The universe will be on your side if you be patient with yourself, if you find time to do what you are doing. And after, you will feel like you belong in the place that you are in that moment. And it is the best, the most amazing feeling that a person can ever feel. Like knowing that you're in the right time, in the right place, with the right people is something that can't be compared to anything at all. I feel so blessed that I had the chance and the opportunity to feel that several times in life. And yeah, I can't be more grateful about it. The reason why I'm saying to be patient and to keep the process calm, relaxed of something that you're trying to do in your life is because here's the thing. For example, if you're having a trip and your destination is something very beautiful, like a mountain, I don't know, you choose whatever you want to see. You choose your destination. Now here's the thing. Now think of the people who you would go to that trip, to that adventure with. People who you feel very comfortable around, people who make you laugh. Choose those people. Take like 5 to 7 people. Decide who you want to take with you on that journey. Now, I'm gonna tell you that this journey takes a couple of days. For example, only the road to get to your destination. Imagine the amount of activities, the fun that you will have with your friends. Imagine how much you can enjoy the process of getting there. Like you have the opportunity to spend quality time with your people while aiming and getting closer and closer to your destination. So you choose to take everything good out of the process, out of the journey, the process of getting to your destination. And if you can do it in these type of situations, if you can do it while you're traveling somewhere, and you can choose the best people to surround yourself with and the best thoughts to surround your mind with, then why don't you do it? Do it in real life too. Do it for yourself too. You can do it. You have the power to do it. You have the power to make the process enjoyable for you. So remember, sometimes, not always, but sometimes, the trip, the adventure, the process is more interesting and more valuable to us than the destination. So give yourself time. Do not stress yourself too much about something that you are trying to achieve, but do not lose your aim towards it. Do not lose the interest towards it, because that will not work for anyone. Know that sometimes destination has not as much value for us as the people and as the process that we are in and surrounded by. One more thing why we might feel lost is the reason why sometimes also we give ourselves a chance and our mind to control us, our emotions to control us. We feel triggered, we feel terrified to take a control over the actions. So we just say that, you know what, I'm just not gonna deal with it. If my mind wants to, if my emotions wants to, they can do whatever they want with that situation. Now, let's take an example, a situation. For example, someone is screaming at you, someone is arguing and screaming at you so loud and telling you that you are wrong in some particular situation. You decide what you want. And here's the thing, sometimes when someone is screaming at us and when they're fighting and when they're arguing to us, we feel very angry to the point that we start to cry sometimes because we cannot keep that anger to ourselves. We People who especially have social anxiety and are shy, they cannot say a word while they're pushed that much, while they're getting screamed at. They have no words to be found in their mind, and all they can do is either stay silent or they might start crying from the anger. That happens. That is normal. We've all been through that. Don't feel like you're the only one going through that. No. But here's the thing that I'm trying to say. When we start to cry in those type of moments, when we start to even respond with anger, or we start to also scream at them, that is the moment when we give ourselves that is the moment when we give our minds and emotions to control us, to control our actions. And let me tell you what, 99% of the time when we do that and when we give our emotions a control over our actions, when we kind of like cool down a little bit after that situation, we regret our actions. We regret the words that came out of our mouths, not knowing what we were going to say because we were not the ones talking. Our mind was the one saying the words. Here's your lesson. Don't react to things immediately. Take your time. Take a moment to analyze what happened. Just be careful with the words that you're choosing to say in these type of stressful moments. It's hard, but you are capable of doing it, because some people are capable of doing it, so why can't it be you? It totally can be you. And one more thing, not every situation needs our reaction. Not every situation requires our answers. Not everything needs to be talked about from our perspective. Some things we just have to watch them from the outside. We have to analyze them from like far away. We don't always have to get in the way of something. We can stay aside, we can watch it, we can learn from it, but we don't always have to defend someone, even ourselves. If you know that you are right in that situation, that is all you need. All you need. And there is no need for you to prove that to anyone in this world, but yourself. And here's one of my thoughts about that topic that I wrote down immediately. Knowing that I'm right is all it takes for me to be a person with a sense of humanity. When someone tells me that I'm wrong, but I know for sure that I'm right, I don't try to prove them that I'm right. That is not my destiny. That is not my interest to prove someone wrong. My only interest is to prove myself right. And that is very different from each other. One more thought of mine. Sometimes it takes a painful experience to make us change our ways of thinking, of acting, of, anything. The strongest results are from the hardest lesson in life. But there is one more thing. Life will put you through the same situations, the same hard and painful experiences and lessons over and over again until you learn how to react, until you learn what you need to from that situation. God and universe would put you through that situation over and over again, and don't ask the universe, don't blame the universe for what it is doing. It is doing that for your own good, to make you more stronger person, to make you stronger, to make you more reliable. And the only thing that needs to be improved here is you. So don't blame anyone else for being in the same situation over and over again, but yourself. Unless you learn from it and unless you actually step out of that, there is no other way that you will unlock a new door. Because here's the thing, tell me which old key opens a new door? None of it, right? Every new door needs its own new key. Even in reality, it is something not possible, right? If we don't change the shape of the key or something at least, or if we don't change the locker and I don't know, the door that kind of like suits the key of ours, the old key of ours. So it means that we still have to change something to get a new something, a new good to ourselves, a new experience, a new situation. So do that, but don't get too terrified to find that new key of yours and let yourself to open a new door. As humans, all we do is experience emotions, think, and sometimes we might hear that people telling us like, stop overthinking, you don't have to overthink. But here's the thing, we are born and we came to this earth to think. We came here to analyze things, to judge something, to, I don't know, admire. But all we do is think. So when someone is telling us like, stop overthinking, just live your life, what does that mean? How am I supposed to stop thinking? You might have these questions, and I have the answers. Here is what I wrote about that topic. And those here, I'm writing all of my thoughts in a random moments. Like when I always have this notebook with me, whenever I feel like I have some kind of like a great thought, I'm just gonna go and write down immediately. And it works so well because it's like a reminder that I have for myself. Whenever I need something, whenever I have a question towards myself, I can just go over it and find the right answer. And I will have it. I don't know how it happens, but I always have the same situations, the thoughts that I truly need in that specific moment. So I recommend you doing the same too. It will work. So what I was saying, back to what I was saying. Our thoughts are supposed to guide us. They are supposed to give us answers on our questions. But when we start to overthink, when we start to overreact, it only makes us get lost in the way, and it gets us even more confused, and it brings us even more questions uncleared and unanswered. So the difference between overthinking and thinking is very big, like very big. When we think, we give ourselves the opportunity to grow. We give ourselves the opportunity to imagine, to see something from the other side, or more deeper on, or even on a deeper level than like from the above, right? But when we start to overthink, we start to float in the water, in the very deep end, and we just have no one to help us there. When we overthink, it's like overthinking is like wanting to go deep down in the water to kind of like figure out what is on the bottom, but not having air, not having mask, anything. So your interest is just going down there when you have no equipment, no right equipment, and you just want to figure out what is down there, but you don't know why you want to figure out that when you don't have the right equipment, when you don't have the right situation for that. You just want to go deeper and deeper, and you're making yourself go through something that you wouldn't usually do. And you don't even know why. Like, what answer are you going to get from there? If you're going to see a different fish, okay, you saw it. But for what? To sacrifice your life? No. Here's the thing, if you have the right equipment, you have the idea of why you want to go deep down in the water, feel free to do. Feel free. That is the right act in that situation. But when you don't have the equipment, don't dive in. Don't dive in. You're gonna die. It's not easy like that. So, overthinking is just like that. We want to float with no right equipment. We want to float with the wrongest thoughts in our mind. And why? Just to make ourselves feel worse? Is it worth it? I don't think it's never been worth of something for me. At least for something good. I don't know. Every time when I overthink a situation, it only leads me to the whole other opposite destination to what I try to go towards. And this thing here was the best decision, best way for me to achieve something. And I decided to start overthinking, and I decided to go all the way to the other side. Why? I don't know why. Because I gave myself a control over my thoughts. And they won. And I didn't want that. Nobody wants that. It is your chance right now to make yourself more comfortable with your thoughts. Think about what you are taking with yourself when you're going to that destination. Like, is it gonna protect you? Is it gonna be useful for you? The thoughts that you have up there, are they gonna be useful for the situation that you might end up in? If they are, then that is the right thinking. But if they are not beneficial for you, the thoughts that you have up here, then that is the overthinking. That is the moment of anxiety. That is something that we don't want close to us. If you want to achieve something in life, follow your plan and not your feelings, because your feelings are a trap. Most of the time are trap. Why do people say that love is blind? Love is also emotion, and it is so strong that sometimes it doesn't give us the chance to see the reality. The reality when, like, for example, like you are getting cheated on, and because of the love that you have towards that person, you cannot see it. And that's why they say love is blind. You may love someone, you may be so in love with someone, but do not forget to think and to be strong on earth, like with the reality. Don't close your eyes and don't try to look the other way. Why? Why? Why do you want to do that to yourself when you can look straight to the reality and also love someone? This combination can be done. So one more time, don't follow your feelings. Don't follow only your feelings, but also your plan. Because otherwise, you will not get what you want from life. You will not be in the position where you wanted to. And if you think that emotions and the reality, emotions and your plans, feelings and your plans cannot be combined, cannot work together, I kind of would agree with you. Because here's the thing. Let's say sun and the moon. They both shine bright, but they both have their times to shine. Once you do that, God will give you more than you've asked for. Be patient and trust yourself. Trust God, trust universe, but be patient and He will give you more than you asked for. One more thing I want to touch here, and I think it will be more sensitive for some people, is our looks, our bodies, how we look, our face, everything that is pretty much seeable from the outside on human being. We get concerned too much about our bodies. We get concerned about our, I don't know, any type of part of our body. It is okay. Of course it is okay. Everyone feels that way, at least in some time of their life. We all do. But here's the thing, you don't have to surround your thoughts only about your appearance, because our appearance is temporary. And what is important is only what we have from the inside. A few days ago, I read this small paragraph that was so beautifully said, and I want to read it out for you. It says, "She was beautiful, but not like those girls in the magazines. She was beautiful for the way she thought. She was beautiful for the sparkles in her eyes when she talked. For her ability to make other people smile, even if she was sad. No, she wasn't beautiful for something as temporary as her looks. She was beautiful deep down to her soul." Now, that is magical. Like, even someone being able to see a human being from this perspective, that they value someone's sparkle in their eyes or their ability to make someone laugh, their heart, it is something incredible. And the other thing is to be the person who has the ability to make someone smile and the pure heart. Now tell me, after those words, do you feel that our temporary looks have more meaning than our inside looks, our souls? No, there is no such a thing. If someone will give you the impression that it does, and your look, your body has more value over your soul, trust me, they're trying to put you down, and the way that they think about this topic is very poor. I don't know, you decide if you want to be concerned too much about your body and every single day every single day, do you want to be counting calories? Do you want to be doing that? Do you want to have all day long thoughts about oh my god, did I eat a lot? I mean, like, do I look bad right now? Does my stomach attract someone? Does my stomach concern someone? Like, does my chin? I also have insecurities, but can you guess? Like, looking at me right now, can you guess what my biggest insecurity is? I bet you cannot. Just give it a few seconds to think what my possibly biggest insecurity might be, and I will tell you. My biggest insecurity are my teeth. And no person has ever told me that they guessed it right. Because all I do, all day long that I do, is smile with my teeth, like, I don't know, I smile with a big smile. That's the way that I have it, and that's the way I enjoy it. Even though I am concerned about my teeth, I may not think that they're perfect, but they don't have to be perfect. They still look beautiful. But it's just me that has these type of thoughts. But I don't get stuck with the thought of that. I don't keep myself locked in that, you know what, you have bad teeth. I never tell myself, like, look at you with your disgusting teeth, like, that is gross, or something like that. How can they not be in the perfect shape, or something like that. I never tell myself all of those things. Why would I treat myself that way and then expect someone else to not treat me bad? Of course they're gonna treat me bad if I treat myself bad, because I give myself the opportunity to judge myself. So I might as well tell you, and you can judge me too. We can do it both together. Now, do we want that? Nobody wants that. Why should we do it? I might be concerned about my teeth, but I don't surround myself around the thought of, oh my god, how terrible my teeth look. They don't. It just has been here and there kind of my, insecurity. I don't care. It has been, but it doesn't matter. As long as I have the reason to smile and be happy, I will. And I will show off my teeth whenever I want to, however I want to. Because I said this quote yesterday to someone, and the response that I got was pretty beautiful, and I'm gonna tell you too. It took God 7 days to create the universe, and it took God 9 months to create you. And now, how can you tell me, when He created in 7 days something so beautiful, like all of those mountains, all of those oceans, everything that you want to say that is in this universe, He made it possible to create in 7 days. And imagine how much thought and care He put creating you, that it took Him 9 months to get you here. All of those love, all of those, like He sat down and He said that this is gonna be you. And this is one of I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday and I came across one photo. I know it is AI, but I don't care. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna show it here. And just take a moment to like look at it. Isn't it so powerful that we can't, it might be not a real reality, that like a real action that might have happened, but I mean, in my thoughts and in our thoughts, we can make it real. Imagine that God took its time to create you, and you're complaining about His creations. You're complaining about His art because you are His painting, you are His sculpture, like something that He created, something valuable that He created. You are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you. And that is from the Bible, one of my favorite verses of all times. And I can read that all day long whenever I want to, and I can feel like I'm reading it all over again and again for the first time. Do not think that if you have some kind of insecurity, the world is able to see it. No, they are not. As long as you don't show them, as long as you don't give them the opportunity, the ability to talk about your insecurities, then I don't know why you should be concerned about your looks when you are a creation of God, when you are an actual piece of art. Never do that. Never put yourself down. Never put yourself down and destroy your heart with the words that you're telling yourself. We are not worth of that. Nobody in this world is worth of anything bad. I don't think that anyone is supposed to cut itself with its own words. Why would we want to hurt ourselves when we know that we can make ourselves even better, happier? Take control over that, because you can, and try to make yourself happier when you can. Like, I know it's hard to get to the point where you can talk about your insecurities openly and you can love your insecurities, because that is possible. You can love the parts of your body that you think that have kind of like flaw for you, not in reality, but for you. And for me to get to the point to love my insecurities was that I fell in love with God, because God was in love with me when I couldn't love myself. And once I realized that, and it's not been long since I did, it hasn't. But I'm very thankful that I got to the point to be here and to actually say it out loud. I fell in love with God because He loved me first when I couldn't love myself. and he taught me how to get along with my insecurities, get along with the things that I didn't like with myself, but also improve them, love them, I don't know, make them better, make them valuable for me, not for anyone else, but for me. But if you don't believe in God, and what I'm saying might be not pretty much your belief and belief system, it's totally fine. It doesn't have to be. You can believe in yourself. And as I said, you can believe in the ability of something better in your life. You can believe that something good exists in this life, and that is enough. Not everyone has to believe in God, and I'm not telling you to, but if you have the ability, then please feel free to. But if you don't, that is okay. You can love yourself, you can believe in yourself, you can believe that universe has something good for you. You can just simply believe in the universe. You can believe that humanity and kindness still exists, and that is all that it takes for you to get along with yourself. That is all it takes for a human to start loving its own humanity, its own person. And you can get started on that, and I will promise you that the answers will amaze you. Take a notebook and write your thoughts every single day. Right before you go to bed, or when you're in bed, take the notebook with you and write down whatever you feel, whatever you felt that day, what you achieved, what good happened, and if there was something bad, try your best to find something good from that situation. For example, like yesterday, I had kind of like a little misunderstanding with my professor, and I had to wait for the professor for an hour and a half in the hallway to just give them my documents. And when I did, they told me that they couldn't have taken it in that time, so that I had to go back tomorrow and do that. And I felt very tired, very like, this is not what I want. I was like, hell no. Like, I was so devastated and I was so angry. But a few moments passed and another professor came and they told me something that made me 10 times better. And imagine if I wouldn't have stayed there for an hour and a half to wait for that first professor, I wouldn't have received the good news. So even though something bad happened that didn't make me pleased, I still got a good out of it. So try to find that good. Try, because I believe that there is always a little tiny piece of a good in every situation. You just have to put an effort in finding it. It might take time, but it is not impossible. I love you all. I believe that you can do it. If I was able to do it, like, what makes you less than me? We're all equal. We're all equal at one point. We all go to the one place in the end. We all came from one place. So I believe that we can do things also equally, but we don't have to compare ourselves. We can do, but we don't have to compare ourselves. As I said before, moon and sun, they both shine, but they have their own time. They have their own place that they are in, and they don't move. It's us that are moving. It's the universe, the earth that is moving, and they stay in their own place. They both shine bright, and yeah, they still make us feel good, and they still make us see the lights. Why not? We can do that too. If I could do it in my life, if I could find the love towards myself, if I could find this self-awareness or emotional intelligence that I was trying to find, so can you. So can you. And you might even do it better than I did. It might even take you less time for you to achieve that than it took for me. So, like, what is stopping you? The only thing that might be stopping you is your thoughts or yourself. So don't do that. It's not worth it. Work on yourself because nobody else will for you. That is pretty much all I was trying to say in this video. I hope that I sent in the message that I wanted to you in the right way, and I hope you understand what I was trying to tell you. And now I have a question to you that I asked you in the beginning, but it's not me that wants the answers to these questions. I want you to answer these questions to yourself. Tell yourself how you felt in the beginning of this video. And now tell yourself how you feel in the end of this video. And if I made it possible for you to get even 1% better, you made me feel more valuable than I was before this video. And thanks to you. Now I believe that I can do something good in this life. If I made it possible for you to feel a little bit more better about yourself, thank you. Now I can know that I can do something better in this life. And that is all because of you. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below, please, how you feel. And feel free to comment down below if you are having hard times with your life. There might be someone out here who might help you and give you the answer to your question. So give it a chance. Write down how you feel. Write down what makes you feel this way, and someone might have the answer. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and yeah, give me a topic. What do you want me to talk about in my next video? I do have a few ideas of what could be discussed, but I want to see what you guys are interested in. Thank you for watching, honey, and I hope you feel great about yourself because you deserve to. Love you.